Welcome back to more of this Final Fantasy XIII Let's Play. Still trying to figure out how exactly I want to tackle trying to do this fight against Barthandelus. If I didn't fuck Fang, I would use a... Because I would assume Fang should probably... Her strength would probably be not too far below Snow and Lightning. Maybe even higher, who knows? And I might go with a Lightning, Fang, Hope party. Fang can attack. Hope can use magic. Lightning would heal. And then when Barthandelus is staggered, then Lightning and Fang can both try to attack. But you know what? That would make Fang a saboteur pointless. I'm gonna put in Vanille, and we're just gonna try this out with Saboteur. Snow, Lightning, Vanille. Vanille's just gonna have to always be the medic. Now I'll make her. I'll make Lightning the medic. I'm just going to make multiple paired guns. Commando, Medic, Ravager, that'll be the one we'll use most of the time. We'll also have a Commando, Ravager, Saboteur. And we'll try to use this as much as we can, but that's going to be the thing to see, is how often can we use Saboteur? Because I don't know if it's going to be too often. So that's what we're going to have to pay attention to and learn the most. And then when the enemy is staggered, Commando, Medic, and I'll make a Commando, Saboteur too. And if things get really tough, Commando and 2 medics. And yeah, that's really all I need, honestly. I'll just do this one just cause. Commando, Ravager, if we really just need to fucking try and do damage. But I don't know if we'll ever get to that point. But, I mean, this paired gun setup is perfect. It's just, the only thing is, Vanille, she has the second best magic stat, but Hope does have a magic stat better by 100. And that could make all the difference in the world, who knows. Load up. Hope, load up Snow's strength to be as strong as possible. Damn, if only I could have another accessory with these two characters. And then for Vanille, load up on magic. And you best believe I'm going to use some of these for this fight. I wish I could use them in battle. Like, I would fucking, I don't know. I'm going to use them. It doesn't really matter too much because he's going to eventually take them away from me and continue to take them away from me the whole fight. If I could use them all throughout the whole battle. I am going to go ahead and buy a couple more Phoenix Downs. And you know what I'm going to do for this battle? I'm going to set a timer so I can see when 20 minutes arrives and just see how we're doing on time throughout the whole battle. Because why not? Stopwatch. I think I said timer, but stopwatch is what I mean. Set a stopwatch here. Alright, well. Yeah, just we'll see if we'll see if Saboteur gets used often enough throughout this fight to see if that's worth having. Can't waste any time. Oh my god. I forgot to use my buff up items. I'm assuming this is just going to take me back to the start of the battle. Who knows though, it might take me to the point before I walked up and started the cutscene and then got into battle, and that's what it does. Cool. Okay, so it does let me. That's nice. This game does, it's a shame because I think out of all the games, out of all the Final Fantasy games to this point, all the Final Fantasy games before Final Fantasy XIII, and now this game has the most quality of life features to it. In the games before it, you can, in the middle of a battle, you can exit out of it if it's not going good and you just want to gear up and retry. When you die, you don't get sent to the main menu. There are some things that you can't do in this game that you can do in pretty much every other Final Fantasy game. Like, you can't flee from battles in this game. But I guess, I'm assuming you can, I guess, pausing the game and hit retry is the same thing as a flee. And I guess you can do that in any battle, right? And you can do that in boss battles. You can't flee from boss battles in the old Final Fantasy games. So this game does have some quality of life features that no games I've had before it. But man, it's got things working against it too, of course, like how battles can just be an eternity and they're just monotonous. And of course the linearity of the game. Alright. I'm just using these because just take every advantage we can going into this battle. Every advantage we can. I should use this one. Damn it. Because we're all doing good on health still. Damn, look. Holy shit, we have just murdered that HP bar. How the fuck? This is crazy. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. I cannot believe we have made this much of a difference. Alright, there goes all our stat buffs. Holy fucking shit. Come on, Lightning. Keep up with those heals. Alright, well, I guess. I guess we'll find out for sure if it really is just a certain amount of time that has to pass before he'll use Doom and not him getting low on health. Because I have my stopwatch going on my phone, and we're only at 3 minutes and 41 seconds. And what I've read a couple of times that is the 20-minute marker where he'll cast Doom. So we're nowhere near that right now. Yeah, we're not. It doesn't really seem like we're replenishing his HP as much as we were at the start of battle. Man, those fucking stat boosts, they really do a shit ton, man. It's crazy. Gosh, I can't even keep my characters healed up. It's not hoping that Vanille couldn't use any magic. Yep, 9,000. I think this is the furthest I've gotten without him using Doom, HP wise. Yeah, I'm gonna have to bring out 2 medics here. Yeah, we really did. We were just melting him in the beginning. And yeah, the accessories that I have now equipped to everybody helps. Yeah, Vanille being a saboteur in the beginning helped a little. But obviously it was just those stat buffs from those items that helped the most. That just goes to show how fucking busted they are. I don't know why I switched to that. I didn't mean to switch to that. Let's get a little bit of Saboteur action. This is a mistake. You just cannot use a Saboteur because you really need the help of the medic constantly. I could use the Saboteur early in the fight because we were buffed up and we were just gods. Alright, he's down to 700,000. So yeah, it definitely seems like it is a time deal. And we're only at not even at 8 minutes yet. So damn. So we're doing what we need to do. Please don't kill Snow. Come on, lightning. Shit, I just need to be safe here. Fuck, and that's not the one I needed to switch to. Damn it. I swear, if I fucking die here. It would suck and it'd be annoying, but oh my god, you gotta be fucking kidding me, please. I knew that potion wasn't going to do a lot, but I was hoping that, if nothing else, if it came to it, it would have done just enough to keep Snow alive before he could get healed again. Alright, well we're at 10 minutes and 30-some seconds now, so the time is definitely getting up there more and more, but we're way further than we've ever been in this fight before, and we still have over 9 minutes before he's supposed to cast Doom, and then even when we're Doom, we still have time before Doom goes off, and so hopefully we got this, unless we get killed. But hopefully we got this, and we'll get it eventually, unless he pulls something out of his ass here at the very end of the fight. But yeah, I mean, now that I know I can just melt him in the beginning, I think it's just a matter of time before we beat him, even if it's not this fight in particular. Again, unless he pulls something out of his ass when he's really low on HP, like a move I haven't seen yet. Alright, that's enough medic stuff. Let's stagger this note though. Two commandos. I might have fucked up. Can you just fucking stop funking around with me and let me kill you? Down to 77,000. We're down to 5 digits in this health. At this point, I might just do 2 commandos because we might kill it before we stagger it. Yeah, we're just gonna switch to 2 commandos. $7,000 health. 4 digits. They're gonna go down fast here, and that's all it is. That's all it took. I mean, honestly, I hate that I looked up tips on how to beat this boss. I really didn't. The biggest thing I learned was that no, it's not what I was thinking. It's not that once the boss gets low enough on HP, it uses Doom. I mean, I think the average person would have thought that's how it was working. Once it gets to X amount of HP or range of HP, it's going to use Doom on you. I didn't think that. No, it's just a time limit before it uses the time limit. You know what I mean? Like, an actual... They'll use Doom no matter what after 20 minutes. I didn't know that's how it was going to work. If I would have known that myself, maybe I wouldn't have looked up tips on how to beat it. Maybe I would have been like, okay, so he's gonna use Doom on me in 20 minutes in the fight, no matter what. At the 20-minute mark, he will use Doom. Then maybe I would have been like, okay, well, I just need to melt him as much as I can then, before that happens, and maybe I could have beaten him without looking up anything, but I looked up stuff, so that's unfortunate. Because I like to try and play and beat games without looking up anything, my first Let's Play, but it just seems like more often than not with at least these Final Fantasy games, I end up fucking giving in to something and looking it up. I had to look up a couple things in 12. Well, I looked up one thing in 12, and I said, fuck it, since I looked up one thing, I looked up another one regarding stats and how they worked. I had to look up something for Crystal Chronicles. I didn't look up anything for 10-2. I have a little book I've been keeping some notes, and since I started this Final Fantasy Marathon, and every time I've looked up something, I've written it down. 10, I looked up something, but that really wasn't something I'm gonna count against me, because that was just me looking up where all the Al-Bhed primers were, because I just wanted to collect them all, or try to collect them all, so I could just have them for whenever I played 10 again. So I didn't get stomped on. I didn't get stomped on anything and had to look it up for 10. Even though I did get stomped on Jet. Damn, I guess I didn't look up for any way on how to beat Jet, huh? I almost feel like I did. I looked up because I got stumped on Jet. Did I really not look up how to beat him? I guess I didn't. I'm gonna have faith in myself. I didn't write it down. If I did, I guess I just knew that I knew of some things I could have done to better myself and before that fight, and that's what I did, and I beat him. let's say I'm going back to the beginning now. Final Fantasy 1. I did look up some stuff, but Final Fantasy 1 is pretty fucking tough to like know where to go, what to do. A little bit at least. So I don't really blame myself too much for looking some stuff up on that game. Like the original Final Fantasy 1 for the NES, like the NES guide would tell you, give you hints, kind of just straight up tell you where to go, like to progress the game. Because the game does not fucking tell you where to go. Like you have to search around and talk to NPCs and stuff to figure shit out. And that's kind of cool in a way, it's kind of charming. But yeah, it's definitely, it can be a wild goose chase. And yeah, the version I played of Final Fantasy 1, I played the PlayStation version. I don't think the manual for the PlayStation version has that in there. And plus, I played mine digitally. I had my version of it was digitally for the PS3, so I know you can bring up a menu while you're playing the game in the PlayStation 3 version, but I didn't know you could do that until I started playing Final Fantasy 2. But anyway, Final Fantasy 2, I looked up some stuff. Or did I? Yeah, I did. Final Fantasy 3. I did late in the game. Yep. Because I was stuck there in that final dungeon and those bosses. Final Fantasy 4. I looked up a couple things. Interlude, I'm not even going to count. I didn't look up anything for Interlude, but Interlude's not even a real game. So, after years, yeah, I looked up stuff. 5, yeah, of course I looked up stuff. 6, I looked up stuff. Crisis Core, I didn't look up anything for Crisis Core. So, congratulations to me. 7, 8, 9, I don't know. I played those games before I started my marathon. So I know for at least 1 or 2 of those games I looked some stuff up. I don't remember what could have been. Dirge of Service, I didn't look anything up. 7 Remake, I'm pretty sure I did not look up anything for that. My first Let's Play of that game. So basically, newer games, I don't need to look anything up because newer games are more catered for noobs like me. And they hold your hand more, and it's easier not to get lost, or not. But anyway. Damn. I suck. Always have to end up fucking looking something up. Well, let me write this down then. Let me jot this down. What I had to look up. Like I would say, I don't want to read through all this, but I think like half the stuff maybe is like bosses I got stumped on and I looked up. But honestly, I think most of the stuff I've looked up has been more so, okay, what do I do next? Where do I go? I've gotten lost. I think that's been like most of the stuff I've looked up. I'm looking through it. I'm just gonna read them out because fuck it. Final Fantasy 1. I searched up where to find the crown in the marsh pit, where to find, how to find. I looked up some stuff, and I guess I found out about Western Keep. And that's how I found out about Western Keep, and that existed. I had to look up what to do with the Levy Stone, and I looked up to find out exactly where to go to find the Desert Caravan. For Final Fantasy II, I had to look up how to get to the pub, and then how exactly leveling up the character's stats work. I would have looked that up if I didn't. Something like that I wouldn't look up. But since I looked up something else, I was like, okay, well, I've already looked up something, so I have questions about these stats. I'm going to look it up and see how these stats work exactly. I have to look up to be able to ask the king about the goddess spell, and I have to look up where the secret passage to the white. I wrote down Mash, but I don't think it's Mash. It's probably Marsh. I don't know. But I have to look up to where the secret passage to the White Marsh was in Castle Finn. Final Fantasy III, where to buy black and white robes. Needed one when I switched jobs for Lunith in the late game. So yeah, I just got stumped on those final bosses, and I needed to get my characters better. So I'll count that as like, yeah, I stumped on a boss, and that really wasn't. Yeah, I needed help for a boss on that. That's why I looked that up. Looked up what stats determined, such as mind and intellect, and doing this I found out that certain weapons can do certain stats. Yeah. Looked up if it was possible to save in dungeons. Yeah, because I was just desperate just to see if I could, because I could not save in dungeons at all in Final Fantasy III, and that sucked. Because the PlayStation versions of those games, you can Windows save in them, and that was, thank God for that. That was a lifesaver. And 4, 5, and 6 at least have save points in dungeons, but 3 you got nothing. You got neither of those two. I played the PSP version of Final Fantasy III. Now in today's time, you have the Pixel remasters, and they're on consoles now. So there you go. That reason alone, and that's not the only reason, but that reason alone is why I will never play the PSP version of Final Fantasy III ever again. Because I got the Pixel remaster, and I can save in dungeons with that. Final Fantasy IV, what did I search in Final Fantasy IV? Where to go after escaping Tower of Zot? Damn, I made it a long way in that game, but I got lost. And I did not know where to go after I escaped the Tower of Zot. I probably wasn't paying good enough attention, reading dialogue after that happened, and I didn't know where to go. And then I had to look up. I looked up that I had to return to the Tower of Zot after meeting Fusoya, so I guess I didn't know what to do after I met Fusoya, and I learned, oh, I have to go to the Tower of Zot. So that's 2 times I got lost in that game at the end of it. After years. Oh, this is a long one I've written down. Had to look up what I needed to be doing and where I needed to go after arriving at the front gate to Baron Castle, just for the characters to say we need to look for a way in besides the front gate. This is, yeah, I just didn't know what to do, where to go. This is at the point where you're in like the final chapter of the game. Looked up strategies to beat Tiamat and his Maelstrom, then a magic attack directly after. Learn how valuable the slow spell is on bosses. Yeah, slow works like on all bosses, and at least Final Fantasy IV after years it seems like. Looked up how to beat Airman, looked up how to beat Bahamut. So yes, a lot of those bosses in the variant of the game were giving me trouble, and after years. Final Fantasy V. Couldn't find Sid Mid after the Earth Crystal shattered. when I looked up where they were, I also found out I would soon be fighting a Titan. So I kind of found that out by accident. But yeah, I guess at some point I didn't know what to do next, and I had to look up. So I think I knew I had to find Sinmid, but I didn't know where they were. So I just had to give in and look that up. I looked, and also I wrote down that I looked up ways to try and beat X-Death's final form. Learned a little bit, but not much. Yeah, basically I just had to end up grinding to get stronger to beat X-Death. Final Fantasy V was tough as shit, and I do hope the Pixel Remaster is easier. I really do. I don't know, Final Fantasy V really wasn't that bad. Like, yeah, both bosses were tough and they took me multiple tries to beat. But, you know, whatever. That's fine. You fight them and you lose again, and you just figure out what you need to do to beat them. But damn it all fell apart when I got to the final boss fight against X-Death. I was just getting my teeth kicked in, and I had to fucking just grind to get stronger to beat him. So that sucked. Final Fantasy VI. I have surprisingly a good amount of stuff written down here. Alright, number 1. Where I was supposed to go after Terra rejoins the party. I found that it was, in fact, Narsh. I was looking for it on the world map earlier, but couldn't find it. So after a little more searching, I decided to look up Narsh's map location too. Couldn't figure out where, this is number 2, couldn't figure out where to go to find the final boss on the floating continent. The last interest was throwing me off. Yeah, I remember that. I thought that was pretty tough to know to do. Like, you just have to walk up to, like, this part in the wall and push X and it'll open up or something like that. Number 3, was having trouble trying to find / figure out how to get Gal to rejoin the party. And I think basically I was probably trying to... Yeah, that just threw me off and I just gave in and looked it up. Like, I think I was in the belt. I just didn't know exactly what I had to do. Like, I didn't know I had to just fight wave after wave of enemies before Gal would show up. And you also have to make sure that you have only 3 party members in your party. If you have 4 party members, Gal won't show up. Number 4, I came to a point when I thought I wouldn't have found the last optional party member. That's right, yeah, I knew that there was another party member out there for me to find. An optional party member, like Umaro. I did find Umaro on my own, but I knew that there was another one. I could just tell. So, yeah, I looked up how to find Go-Go. And number 5, I went ahead and looked up all the locations of the dragons. I'd killed some already and knew of a few left. And I wanted to go ahead and make sure that there weren't any I missed, yeah. Yeah, basically, like, I would have looked up Go-Go or the dragons, but since I looked up other stuff, I just said, fuck it, yeah, let me just look up Go-Go and the dragons. So everything here, though, was just, like, exploratory stuff that I was having trouble with. And like I said, I don't remember 7, 8, 9, 10. I just looked up. Apparently, just what to do with the Albed primers. 10-2, I looked up some stuff though. I think. No, I didn't. I didn't look up anything in 10-2. But Crystal Chronicles, I did have to look up some. I had to look up what to do after clearing the Lanari Desert. I found out I had to do a step-by-step process back in the desert to be able to move on. Which let me just finish reading this. I already had discovered this process and knew that was what the riddles that I had been receiving throughout the playthrough were for. I just couldn't figure it out. Still, I thought it was surely going to be something optional, but no, I had to do it to move forward plot. I didn't get every riddle I needed. I couldn't view the riddles while in the desert either. Also, I had to do steps in a specific order, which, as far as I can tell, there was nothing presented to one indicating that. So yeah, that was kind of pretty confusing right there. Reading that, it sounds like I cannot even blame myself for looking that up. Final Fantasy XII, I looked up. I could not figure out how to open the gate at the end of the Feywood. Apparently you have to summon Bellius to open the gate. Apparently the game told you that Bellius was a Gigas in its introduction, but I didn't remember that. Yeah, that kind of stumped me. When you got to that gate, I couldn't pass through. I didn't know what to do. But yeah, you get to summon Bellius to open it. You know, that's just kind of weird. Like, your summons don't really fucking interact with anything else. You don't need to use them to interact with anything else in the game, but just that one part. You have to use the Bellius summon, which was a summon you got very early in the game. And the second thing, I just looked up how some stats worked in 12. Alright, I just wrote a doozy in my notes for that. Actually, that's the longest one I've written yet. Alright, well, sorry that I spent, I don't even know how long on this battle results screen. Yep, that's definitely the end of the chapter.
Allow me to extend my invitation. To save a people beyond salvation, there is only Ragnarok.
Damn. That's a very useful bird.
Cocoon suckers, release her from the pain.
Well, I guess I still am in chapter 11 right now for the time being. Callous and calculating, the Falsi manipulate their human tools via their emotions, taking Sarah's form to catch the l'Cie off balance. Barthandelus predicts the imminent destruction of Cocoon. He has revived Reigns, now a compliant puppet, and instated him as the Sanctum's new Primarch, a ploy designed to provoke the cavalry revolutionaries into overthrowing the government in outrage at their former leader's betrayal. The gloating Falsi also means to play on the pulse phobia of the populace to turn neighbor against neighbor, transforming Cocoon streets into a bloodbath. Worse, Barthandelus then describes how the cavalry, unnoticed amid the chaos, will infiltrate Eden and fall upon Oerba. Not understanding that their actions will bring their world crashing down. To prevent this despair, the l'Cie must return to Cocoon. But isn't that what Barthandelus wanted all along? The Falsi could be manipulating them again, attempting to draw them into a situation where they have no choice but to become Ragnarok and slay Orphan. Leaving them yet another airship, Barthandelus vanishes once again. The choice to return to Cocoon and play a part in her destiny lies firmly in the hands of the l'Cie. During his failed attempt to overthrow Falsi rule, St. Reigns was cursed to become a pawn of Barthandelus, concealing his l'Cie status as he continues to lead the cavalry. Reigns pursues his focus of supporting and guiding Lightning and her companions along the path to Cocoon's destruction. After defying his focus and falling in battle against the fugitive l'Cie, Reigns turns to Crystal. He is later revived by Barthandelus to serve as the new Primarch, a puppet, with the sole purpose of inciting conflict among the people of Cocoon. Rigdia. Why does Rigdia have some new stuff to him? Rigdia is an officer of the Wide Area Response Brigade, formerly led by St. Reigns. Disgusted by the deception of the Sanctum, he thought to retire from the military, but instead joined Reigns and the cavalry in their efforts to bring down the government. Rigdia followed the general without question, unaware of his superior status as a servant to the Sanctum Falsi. Barthandelus has now placed Reigns in the position of Primarch, leaving Rigdia to lead the cavalry in a charge to topple the Sanctum and destroy Orphan. I guess we're going to see more of him later.
this being here before. I guess it's new, huh?
Yeah, must be. I suppose it might be a record of what happened. You know, after we turned to crystal.
What? What are you talking about, Vanille?
Cocoon, where the slayers of Lindsay dwell, is the enemy of all life fostered by Pulse's sacred hand. So Alpha C determined Pulse's will, chose the sea, and gave him a focus. Become Ragnarok and bring about the end of Cocoon. And so the beast arose, defeated Lindsay's hate for Pulse, and prepared to tear Cocoon apart.
Who is Lindsay?
But her providence betrayed Alpha, draining Ragnarok's strength. Their focus only half complete, then the sea were taken to the enemy's land by Tantalus, curse his name. And the goddess said, the sea who rest upon Cocoon will reawaken, however long they may wait. And Ragnarok will rise again, to tear the land from its seat in the sky. Her word is absolute.
Guess the jig is up.
Cocoon's done for, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't sweat it. If we go ahead and smash Cocoon, you know some making sure we're all on the same day. As long as Falcine are around, this fight is never gonna end. So let's finish it. Let's get Daisley. So what do we do about Orphan?
We help Orphan. What else can we do? If we can manage to keep it safe, another war breaks out somewhere down the road. We'll see. It's not like we can make people stop fighting.
Lightning, you told me on Cocoon. It's not a question of can or can't. We just do it. That's our only choice this time. Maybe it won't do much. Maybe only one person will listen to us. But even then, isn't trying better than doing nothing?
Because ripples can make waves.
Okay, kids have gone crazy.
Revolutionaries always get cold crazy.
When I was on Cocoon, I wished on those fireworks. I wished to not let anything happen to Cocoon this time. But I shouldn't have wished for that. Wishes aren't enough. Prayers either. This time I'm making a promise. I will keep Cocoon safe. I promise, no matter what.
I guess it takes losing everything to make you see how much you have to fight for.
And we're the only ones who can do it, right?
Right.
All right then. Let's tie up loose ends.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the chapter's gonna officially end here soon. Lightning was formerly a sergeant in the Guardian Corps Bode Home Security Regiment. Wanting to outgrow the painful memories of her parents' death, she abandoned her childhood name Claire to take up her current moniker. Faced with a focus that demands the destruction of Cocoon, Lightning now refuses the destiny thrust upon her by the Fal'Cie and swears to follow her own will through to the end. To save Cocoon and her sister, as her sister wish, The young woman makes a decision to return to the world that sees her and her companions as dangerous fugitives. Number 12, the Door of Souls. When our earthly vessels meet their end, the souls they house must leave this world. Would the path of their migration not be the same one taken by our departed gods? Must they not pass through the same doorway the divine employed to reach that place that lies beyond? If this is the case, it stands to reason that should a great many lives at once be cut short, a flood of souls would surge through the aforementioned portal. The door would be thrown wide, and perhaps we might even glimpse the gleaming light of divinity beyond, on the nature of falsity. I'm just going to save real quick and then I guess get on that airship. This video is running too long. And that's completely my own fault for rambling. But I think the chapter is going to end and it's got to end. Like as soon as I board this airship, it's going to end. So I might as well just try and make it to that. The airship is going to Cocoon.
If we were chasing shadows, our minds were made up. We'd realized along the way that choice was the only thing we had left. Maybe we'd fall short. Maybe we'd never even come close. But someone, someday, would know we'd tried.
What the fuck just happened? And there it is, Instrument of Faith. Why did it look like we just went through or inside another fal'Cie? Is that what you have to do to go back to Cocoon? Damn it, I shouldn't have. Alright. The game has been saved. And this is where I'm going to end this one. And until next time.